Cyber threats exist and continue to evolve, period. Left unchecked and unprepared, the havoc threats can wreak extends beyond an organization's IT, network, and cloud infrastructures, causing business disruption, data and monetary losses, and damage to reputation, to name a few. There are plenty of grim stories of companies, especially the small and mid-sized players, succumbing to cyber threats and attacks. This is where threat detection and response places companies in a better position to identify threats and proactively minimize and avoid their damaging impact. Welcome to the Counterveil channel, the future of cyber defense warfare. In this video, you're going to learn how to detect and respond to cyber threats. We will dive deeper into why you should use deception technology and the biggest benefits of cyber deception for your organization. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. With no silver bullet for preventing 100% of all attacks, mitigating your organization's cybersecurity risk requires the ability to identify attacks as soon as they occur. Threat detection is the practice of analyzing the entirety of a security ecosystem to identify any malicious activity that could compromise the network. If a threat is detected, then mitigation efforts must be enacted to properly neutralize the threat before it can exploit any present vulnerabilities. A business's defensive programs can ideally stop a majority of threats, because often they've been seen before, meaning they should know how to fight them. These threats are considered known threats. However, there are additional unknown threats that an organization aims to detect. This means the organization hasn't encountered them before, perhaps because the attacker is using brand new methods or technologies. Most of these threats can be countered by using a solution offered by Counterveil. You can click the link in the description below this video to get help detecting threats for your business, or keep watching to learn more about the methods available in the Defender's arsenal. Number 1. Discover all assets on the network. Asset discovery involves keeping track of the active and inactive assets on a network. For many corporations, assets include cloud, virtual, and mobile devices, in addition to the traditional on-premise workstations and servers. Asset discovery is among the foundational practices that organizations should consider when coming up with a plan to manage their underlying assets and create a more secure IT ecosystem. Number 2. Scan for vulnerabilities. Vulnerability scanning entails identifying security weaknesses and flaws in computer networks, including cloud and software. It identifies weaknesses in a system before they can be exploited. However, running a vulnerability scan has its own set of risks because it is inherently intrusive on the running code on the target system. As a result, the scan can cause errors and reboots, reducing productivity, at least temporarily. That's why you might want to ask for help from a certified cybersecurity specialist like Counterveil before doing this yourself. Nonetheless, the benefits of vulnerability scanning far outweigh this potential drawback and ultimately enforce an organization's security stance. Number 3. Leverage threat intelligence. Threat intelligence is a way of looking at signature data from previously seen attacks and comparing it to enterprise data to identify threats. This makes it particularly effective at detecting known threats, but not unknown. Number 4. Analyze user and attack behavior analytics. With user behavior analytics, an organization is able to gain a baseline understanding of what normal behavior for an employee would be, what kind of data they access, what times they log on, and where they are physically located, for example. That way, a sudden outlier in behavior, such as a 2 a.m. log-on in Shanghai from someone who usually works from 9 to 5 in New York and doesn't travel for business, stands out as unusual behavior and something a security analyst may need to investigate. Number 5. Set traps. Deception technology is a cybersecurity defense practice that baits infiltrators into strategically placed decoys throughout the network. When an attacker trips over one of these traps, a signal is triggered, generating reports and recording the intruder's actions, providing reliable forensics to see what attackers are doing and where they are going within the network. The gathered information allows security personnel to see what parts of the network the attackers are targeting and from a predictive defense. Number 6. Conduct threat hunts. Instead of waiting for a threat to appear in the organization's network, a threat hunt enables security analysts to actively go out on their own network, endpoints, and security technology to look for threats or attackers that may be lurking as yet undetected. The dangers of cyber threats are numerous and widespread. Unfortunately, there's no magic bullet in threat detection, no single tool that will do the job. Instead, a combination of tools acts as a net across the entirety of an organization's network, from end to end, to try and capture threats before they become a serious problem. Regular assessments, system evaluations, and following well-aligned processes are all required to identify vulnerabilities that could be exploited and reduce the likelihood of your organization falling victim to a cyber attack. By employing a combination of these defensive methods, you'll be increasing your chances of detecting and mitigating a threat quickly and efficiently. If you need help detecting and responding to cyber threats that could cause serious damage to your business and its reputation, click the link in the description below to speak with a security expert at Counterveil. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until next time!